Welcome to 10 Things We Can Learn, my ongoing series where I share the 10 points from each book I read that I feel are going to be the most helpful to people who are trying to improve themselves and the world around them. Now, this is actually the first video version of 10 Things We Can Learn, and it being the first, it's probably not going to be very good. But in order to get better, we have to get started. And so we're going to get through this together. Now, the book we're covering today is The United States of Trump, How the President Really Sees America. This book is by Bill O'Reilly. It came out about a week ago, and I've spent the past couple days listening to it and sort of processing the material. Now, I do have a Goodreads review up of the book, and I'll put the link to that review in the bio below. Now, for those of you who just want sort of image format of the following 10 points, what I do is I post those to Instagram. And I actually started this series on Instagram a number of months ago. And those Instagram posts get forwarded to Facebook, so you can find them there as well. The Instagram handle is @fountainofchris. No spaces, no dashes, no underscores. And then the Facebook group or page is easy enough to find. That's just facebook.com/Fountain of Chris, or type Fountain of Chris into the search bar within Facebook. Now, we're going to go ahead and start with number 10 and work our way down to number 1. At number 10, Trump has few doubts about himself. Even when he fails, he'll get out of it, and the results will be the greatest. No doubts, no fear, no surrender. That's a quote from Bill O'Reilly, the author. At number 9, his tragic flaw is insecurity. Those not with him are immediately branded as enemies who must be challenged. Number 8, even though Vice President Pence is more conservative than Trump, the president knows his base is made up of conservative Americans, so he makes a point of supporting traditional conservative principles such as gun rights, pro-life policies, and nominating conservatives to the Supreme Court. Number 7, Trump can trap interviewers in a rhetorical merry-go-round when he answers questions. No specifics or details. It will all work out. Number 6, purely intellectual attacks are boring, and nobody listens. Adding venom draws attention. Americans are numb to controversy. You must be showy to make your responses effective and worthy of attention. Number 5, Obama and Trump are both extremely ambitious and calculating when working toward personal goals. Both use golf as a social tool. Both are meticulous about their appearance. Both avoid admitting mistakes. And both take slights personally. They hold grudges and are not outwardly affectionate. Number 4, rather than the standard proclamations that Hillary lost because of a poorly defined campaign theme, accompanied by misogyny, sexism, racism, nativism, and actions by Julian Assange, Vladimir Putin, and James Comey, Hillary really lost because she never championed working Americans, and she didn't draw out the African American vote like Obama did. Number 3, the birther thing was a political tactic to curry favor with anti-Obama voters. It was divisive, and it got him attention, but was about politics, not skin color. Regarding immigration, He is a law and order guy and views the southern border as weakness from apathetic politicians. He believes immigration anarchy harms the country. As for Muslims, Trump is not sympathetic to that religion's culture. He takes it personally that more Muslim nations have not risen up in strong opposition to jihad against the West. It is not about ethnicity. It's about the soft reaction to terrorism in the Muslim world. These views are in sync with at least half of voters in the United States. Number 2, we're losing the country was a theme that led Trump to the White House. O'Reilly suggests that they're taking away our country, are corrupt politicians, biased media, and Hillary supporters. This theme won against any policy proposals by other candidates. Number 1, the 4 pillars of Trump's presidency are these: improving the economy, stopping illegal immigration, defeating Islamic terrorism, and preventing foreign nations from exploiting America financially. In contrast, President Obama's passions were using the federal government to redistribute wealth to the have-nots and imposing social justice through regulation. Now, before I go, I'd like to thank the patrons. There aren't many of you guys yet, but you're very important to the cause. They include my Aunt Terrell, who was my very first patron, my father Jay, my friend from the gym, Noella, some family friends, Mike and Leslie, and one of my best buddies from over 30 years ago, Dan. So thanks to you guys. For those of you who want to become patrons, you can go over to Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/Fountain of Chris. And of course, I will put a link down in the bio. Next up, we have the Book of Gutsy Women that just got released a little more than 24 hours ago. It's by Hillary Clinton and her daughter, Chelsea Clinton. So that gives a nice juxtaposition with the Bill O'Reilly book we just covered. I have about 2 hours of listening to go on that one, and then I'll get to processing the material. Later on this week, I also have Rachel Maddow's new book, which is called Blowout. And then I have some economics, some more politics, and a little bit of personal development on the way as well. So thanks for sticking with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.